Hello, my friends, and welcome. This is Mardu Mischief, and it's time. It's talking about this big elephant in the room called the Universes Beyond. Directly in front of you is the releases for 2026, which is Lore Eclipsed, unannounced, which now we know is Turtles, Secrets of Strixhaven, Marvel Superheroes, The Hobbit, Reality Fracture, and Star Trek. Um, so So if you count, that's one, two, three in-universe sets, and the rest are universes beyond. We're gonna go over my opinion, how I look at this, franchised people's attitude, and universes beyonds that you and I might like in this game. So let's go over that real quick. So my opinion, I do not care. I became to love this game because of the gameplay. Right? It wasn't so much the lore or a certain character. No, it's because I enjoyed playing the game itself. Right? I don't care if they do a whole year of Universes Beyond. As long as the cards are good and they encourage deck building, or I can look at a card and say, oh, that card would go really good in my Henzi or my Adisa deck. Then for me, they're doing a good job. Okay? So that's my opinion. I am a player of the game, and yeah. And also too, when it comes to the whole Universe Beyond thing, you can't really tell a company not to make money, right? Because we just had Universe Beyond Final Fantasy, and it made the most money out of any set ever. And I promise you, no in-universe set has even got close to Final Fantasy or even the Tales of Middle Earth, right? The Lord of the Rings sets. So it is what it is. You can't really tell a company to not make money. So it is what it is. We're going to have it. We're going to continue to have it. It is what it is. All right, let's talk about the franchise player's opinion. Those who have a giant opinion, and those of you who speak so loudly about all this. My advice to you is relax. You're in a very unique opportunity to have these newer players really come to enjoy the game if you just hold back your negativity, right? Let's say you're playing Commander and across the table from you see a SpongeBob. And I know you would love to berate that person about, SpongeBob shouldn't be in my, five fantasy game. Instead of berating that person, you can say, cool, I don't know a lot about SpongeBob, all right? And I never got around to getting the card, but I like that you're enjoying the game. How you feeling? You like the game? You doing okay? Yeah. Because I promise you, if you berate that person and go off on a tangent, people remember the negative more than the positive. So if you berate that person, when they think about Magic, they think about you and your opinion about a character, but that they really they love and cherish, right? So I suggest you take it easy. Because what you can do is, instead of berating them, you can give them positive opinion, and then that player can keep playing the game, and they'll continue to love the game. Also, to you players, I have one question. Would you rather the MTG player stay stagnant, or you rather it grow and become the best card game of all time? Up to you. Alright, so let's talk about some universes beyond that you and I think would be, well, that you might think is good in the game and what I want in the game. And that goes without saying, this is my opinion also on this. Everyone hates Universes Beyond until they get an IP they want in the game. That being said, have you guys heard of a little thing called Elden Ring? I think Elden Ring would be an awesome MTG set. It's high fantasy. It is it's such a good game. They can make a whole set about it. I'm pretty sure everyone would be completely okay with that. Now, also we can talk about that also that thing too about it being high fantasy as long as they choose IPs for Universes Beyond that are high fantasy, just like MTG is. I don't really believe in that. Let me tell you why. You might be against, I'm sorry, a certain IP coming into Magic, but I feel like you would be less upset if the cards and the cards in the the cards and characters in the set are good cards. For example, we just came off of Spider-Man, and I have to admit Spider-Man wasn't the best set when it comes to Universes Beyond. I don't know if it was true that it was supposed to be like a Assassin's Creed set, just a really small set, and then they had to blow it up per X, Y, and Z. But to me, in that set, Spider-Man didn't really have an identity. He was just Spider-Man X, and Spider-Man X did something. They all didn't have like an identity, right? The villains did. I think they did a really good job with the villains, but for the Spider-Man and the heroes, it was all kind of mixed together, right? You could easily be confused with Spider-Man, the Ultimate Spider-Man, and the Spider-Man UK. So that's my opinion on that. Anyway, so yeah, you hate the idea of Universal Beyond until you get an IP in the game that you want. That's my big opinion on that. For example, um, two IPs that would love in Magic, not that they go into Magic necessarily. Do they have the high fantasy? Well, one might. Anyway, I would love to see Kingdom Hearts in Universes Beyond. I would love to have Kingdom Hearts cards in Magic the Gathering. I understand that I might not ever get that because of Final Fantasy, but it is what it is. For those who don't know, Kingdom Hearts is basically a mix of Kingdom Hearts characters, Final Fantasy characters, and Disney characters. And because of how Disney, the way they are, I don't think I'll ever get a Kingdom Hearts Universes Beyond, but hey, one can dream. And then one more that I would like to see in this game would be Warframe. Now, Warframe is very sci-fi-ish, and the reason why I only say that because I recently watched a dev short for Warframe. So what they do is they go over like news in the game and things are coming up, but then in the background you see a massive Magic the Gathering poster. I would love a Warframe set. I would love it. I would love to play with my, my Warframe. I don't know how to make me mechanically convert that into Magic, but hey, I would love to play as Rhino with my Archiplasmor. That'd be awesome. But it is what it is. Anyway, that's my opinion. Let me know what your opinion, because this is a hot topic. Let me know what you think. Have a good one. Goodbye.